Well, isn't this interesting? You see, I posted an old video that I did probably a year ago now, yesterday, to do with how to deal with debt accrued with council tax, and specifically Section 13A, which, by the look of it, a few people had never even heard of. The Black Belt Barrister did a video on his channel I think 2 weeks ago, saying don't believe all the poppycock that you read. This is, will just get you into trouble. Section 13A isn't about avoiding your council tax. Section 13A is about dealing with a problem that you've created for yourself by sticking your head up your backside and ignoring it. Section 13A is the discretionary powers that the councils have that they don't want you to know about, which will enable you to deal with the problem, at least get it written off or heavily reduced to make it more manageable. And believe me, it works. I've done it myself and it worked. What I want to talk to you about today is credit cards. You know, in this day and age when we can't afford things or things get a little bit tight, we go to the old plastic, don't we? And, you know, our flexible friend, let's get that on, and we can go from there and, build up a big credit card bill, and we can't afford it. And then what happens after that, of course, you get bombarded with letters and everything, and it's sold on. Well, here's a video that I did about a year ago on this particular subject. And again, pardon the slightly, I wasn't that confident with YouTube then and didn't really know what I was doing, but the advice is sound. Please take it, please listen to it, and I hope you find it useful. Here we are. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. If you're new here, please do me a favour, hit the subscribe button. You'll find one in the bottom right hand corner of this video. In the description underneath there'll be a link there, and also the red button in the bar underneath as well. What I wanted to talk to you today about was credit cards, and particularly what happens to credit card accounts when they get shifted over to a debt collector when you fall behind in payments. I hope you like what I've got to say. If you do, please hit the like button to indicate it, and I'll bring you a lot more stuff. Okay, credit is a thing that's going to affect a lot of people lately. You know, with the pandemic particularly, we've had people been laid off, furloughed. In short, your income is reduced to a level that's a struggle. I just talked to somebody earlier today who's had to shut their business because of what's going on. It's no longer sustainable. So what happens, people rely on credit, use their credit cards, max them out, and the more you use, the higher the payment goes, and you can no longer afford it. What happens then, the credit card company starts sending a load of awkward letters your way, which gets steady and steady and steady, more militant, and then before you know it, you're in trouble. A lot of people, and it's nothing to be ashamed of, it really isn't, but they ignore these letters through fear. They don't want to deal with it, or they're worried about dealing with it, so they stick their head up their backside and hope the problem goes away. It doesn't work like that. What will actually happen in time when these credit card companies work out they're not getting anywhere, they will sell your account to a, shall we call them, debt collection agency. I call them scum because that's what they are, but they're a debt collection agency. You've got various ones: Lowell, Cabot Financial, Moriarty Law. There's a new one that turned up the other day that I've not seen before, Moriarty. And what they do, they purchase debts from companies en masse, and then they chase you, the original account holder, for them. Now again, when you get to that stage, the situation becomes more dire because the cycle of letters start again, and they get a bit more militant, and 9 times out of 10 now, these companies will take you to court. But there is an answer. The answer is what they're doing is illegal and unlawful. They cannot, and I repeat this, cannot pursue you. And the reason is, it is up to them to prove, without a shadow of a doubt, they can legally pursue you for the money they're claiming they owe. And 9 times out of 10, these companies can't. They damn well know it, and it's up to you to prove it. Now, you do that in a very simple way. 3 letters, okay? 3 letters is all that's required. Letter 1, you send them. You say to them, okay, I get you. You're saying I owe money to you. I'll accept it on the condition you provide me with certain documentation to prove your case. One of the pieces of documentation that they have to show is something called a deed of assignment. Now, that proves that they've legally purchased the debt from the old company. It is theirs, and they can legally pursue you for it. They will never ever show you the deed of assignment, because it is a document which will reveal what they paid for your debt, and it will be nowhere near what they're claiming you for. They're in it for the profit, nothing else. And also, they buy these debts on bulk, en masse, so there won't be a single document with just your name and details on it. There'll be loads of them. So again, they'll never give it to you. When you send that letter off, wait 2 weeks and see what they do. 9 times out of 10, you'll get an envelope full of gumph trying to blow you off the scent, or they will send a letter saying, tough, you owe us the money, we're coming for you. Don't be put off. After 2 weeks, you send a second letter. Now, that second letter is going to say, I've written to you asking you to provide me with proof that you can come after me for this debt. You haven't done it. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to do this. Send that off. Wait 2 weeks. You'll probably get another letter in the post, being much the same, sticking 2 fingers up at you, saying we're in a position of power, you're going to give us the money. That's fine. They do that all the time. After 2 weeks, you send a third letter, and you say to them, I've given you 2 opportunities, 2 chances now to prove that you can come after me for this money. You haven't done it, so now is the time to leave me alone. With that letter, you send 2 other things as well. A data protection withdrawal. It's a cease and desist letter. Put my tongue back in. Basically, the cease and desist portion of it means don't phone me, don't email me, don't come and knock on my door, leave me alone. The data protection part of it is stop processing my personal information, delete everything from the credit agencies. I don't exist as far as you're concerned, go away and leave me alone. If after that point they write you again, they're going to do 1 or 2 things. They're going to ignore you and carry on pursuing you, in which case it's harassment. Secondly, they'll close your accounts and do as they're told. More often than not now, they are coming back and continuing to ignore and harass you. If they do that, you send them another letter saying, you're harassing me now, pack it up, or I'm going to do something about it, which inevitably is taken to the Financial Conduct Authority to sort out. That's it in a nutshell. They don't have the power. They're trying to make you believe that they do. Now, if anybody wants assistance with any of this, I have template letters I can quite happily post online for you to see. I can give you links to my website where you can download them all, and just leave a comment below if it's anything I can help with, and I'll do my best to. In the meantime, please like the video as well, because it helps get this information about, and there will be more of it. What I just described to you took me about 5 minutes, if that, and it can be over. It really can. So thanks very much for listening. Got anything to say, let me know in the comments below. Please like the video, and I will be back with another one soon. Take care, bye bye. Well, there you go. It's as simple as that. Write to them and say prove it. Write to them again and say prove it twice. Write to them a 3rd time and say prove it or fuck right off. Easy. Now, a lot of these companies generally will carry on, and some of them will in fact take you to court, but don't panic if it gets that far, because there are solutions to that issue as well, and I'm going through this at the moment, the process of it. with an old thing of mine, and it's not great, but it's achievable. It's achievable, and I can do another video on that some other time if you like. But there you go, in a nutshell, the 3-letter process. Very effective, and it works to help a lot of people. But just to verify, this is only if the debt has been sold from the original bank to the debt collector. If it's still with the original bank, then you need to say, well, I'll pay £1 a month or whatever it is. But I hope you found it useful, and I shall dig some more out of the closet. Toodaloo.